A lot of guys ask me, since they know I've done a crayfish study in college and my background's on fisheries biology, is kind of what the crayfish do this time of year. And you start to, especially once the water cools off, you tend to know the fish start holding around rock, and a lot of people don't know why. Well, once the water starts to cool, kind of coincides with crayfish starting to move. And you get in these areas, naturally the bait will start to migrate, so it's just kind of Mother Nature's way of taking care of the bass this time of year. They're already starting to develop eggs for next spring. So when you're looking at the crayfish per se and fishing hard areas, just like your bluegill and your crayfish typically are greener color this time of year. And when you get more darker colors, darker colored water, they tend to be more brown. So, a lot of times like a brown and black jig can be real good in muddy water. But, coming off of this summertime months, you get a lot of grass growth, and the red that shows up in crayfish actually comes from the grass growth. When they're eating a little microscopic organisms off the grass, little zooplankton, they'll accidentally ingest the grass. Well, the grass itself is full of vitamin A, and the claws, whether they're red or blue, are an account of the vitamin A intake they have. So if they're deficient, they'll turn blue. Well, if they're plentiful, they'll turn red. If it's kind of in between, it'll just be a neutral green color. So a lot of the crayfish have a dark green body, green pumpkin, or with red claws. So something like green pumpkin, red flake is a good color this time of year. But as the year transitions and a lot of this grass starts to die off, you'll see a transition into like a blue phase, and the water typically will get a little darker in some of these areas as we get the fall rains and stuff like that. So that's where brown and blues and black and blues start to play a role. So this time of year, on a sunny day, I always like a little bit of glitter. I just use straight green pumpkin. This is one of the colors they have, green pumpkin with silver flake. I just like it on sunny days when they're shallow, just kind of a neutral in between, kind of as they're going from the summer pattern to a fall pattern. It's a good color to choose. I always personally like a little bit of flake in there, especially on a sunny day. So that's why I settled with this color today, just a green pumpkin, silver flake. Another color would probably be good is maybe green pumpkin, red flake this time of year in August. And once September, into September, October rolls around, maybe like a green pumpkin, blue laminate, or even a black and blue laminate would work well. So that's kind of the rundown of crayfish. Just kind of match the watercolor. That's usually the base body, and then just think about where you are in time of year as far as putting some red or blue or even silver glitter in with the base color of it.
Check us out at wired2fish.com.